So today I'm teaching at this dance intensive, and I asked the team I was working with, I said, what is the biggest thing your team is struggling with? And one of their team captains is like, well, I feel like we don't really push through if things are hard. We kind of shut down and we just don't even try hard. And I kind of agreed because I'd seen the combination and how they'd done it across the floor. It was difficult what I was teaching them, but still. And that's when they got a KJO rant, which they actually clapped afterwards. So I just want to share with you a few of the things I shared with them. Do you know that the number one fear of all human beings is worrying what people think? We're so afraid of that. And we let it hold us back from giving everything and laying it all on the table. We hold back because what if they look at us and we're doing it wrong? Yet the only way we improve in anything in life is to lay it all on the table, giving 100%. That's the only time we can improve. I told them that dance is one of the harshest environments that they're putting themselves in. If they are afraid of criticism, guess what? You came to the wrong place because you're going to hear more negative than positive. But what a blessing that is if you bring yourself to the table psychologically and emotionally being your own best cheerleader. I told them, what if you had just done that combination and instead of worrying what Kristy's going to say when she comes over and says, your toes weren't turned out, work on your bevel, straighten your knees. And instead, you take those things, be grateful. And a lot of dancers are trained to say thank you, which is beautiful, but what still happens inside? And I told them, you have to look at what you did well, even if it's, hey, at least I stepped on the right foot on count 1, right? Because that's the only way you're going to be in a receptive place for your energy to be open to continuing to push yourself rather than shutting down. I said, everyone look at your posture right now. It's amazing when we start to feel like we've overstepped our vulnerability and we're like getting shut down, our posture closes. And they're all like, oh, wow. And I said, and when you're receptive and you're building yourself from within, it's amazing. Your shoulders go back, your head comes higher, and I reminded them of what every single one of us human beings needs reminded of, which is stop the comparison. It gets you nowhere if it's not used effectively, which is using it as a dangling carrot to say, hey, they're doing so great, I can improve to that level. But instead, most of us are like, I'm not good enough. And those words are very damaging to any future progress that we could make. So to all of you dancers out there, as well as non-dancers, I want you to really do some analysis of your life and your receptivity to criticism. Are you your own first and last cheerleader, putting yourself in a state that you can accept criticism and feedback and critiques to improve? I'm no stranger to this. I put myself out all over the internet and I do get criticism, and I'm my own first cheerleader. So focus on the progress. Stop comparing. Be your best cheerleader. Acknowledge the things you're doing right and be open to getting that feedback to improve. All right, that's enough of this KJO rant. Just hoping you have an amazing day. Really power your life today by watching those thoughts. Shift your energy. Oh yeah. And Power Your Life Today podcast, we just put out the next episode, which is my mother and I discussing my brother's suicide. Many of our friends and family, and even people who don't, necessarily personally know our family, they've been curious, what really happened. So in this episode, we share our perspectives and we really go into a lot of the processing techniques and the spiritual insights that have helped our family grow together in unity. So go check it out. Check out some of the other episodes. If you like what you see and hear, please leave a review on Stitcher Radio or iTunes.